I think transplant is a huge service that you could provide to patients with heart failure, particularly children. I think educating communities about the benefits of heart transplant and pictures of Morgan and children such as Morgan who've received hearts are something that a lot of parents do not see and are unaware of. So I think increasing the awareness of the general population that these heart transplants are limited. There is a huge discrepancy between the supply and demand, and therefore as many patients that could become donors would definitely make a big impact in the heart failure population and kids across the country.
It's a good dialogue to start.
Right.
You know, and I guess that's part of, you know.
Because if a family is presented with that scenario, then there's going to be a lot of emotion involved, obviously. There's going to be a lot that has taken place to get them to that point where they need to have that conversation and make that decision. There's nothing really that anybody else could say to comfort them going through that situation. There are difficult conversations that can take place that probably need to take place.
I mean, for example, we never thought Morgan was ever going to be in the hospital waiting for a heart, you know? And there are discussions that we've had to have that we never thought.
The Berlin heart provides immediate, completely normal pump function and heart action. And so initially after surgery like this, there is bleeding, and there's bleeding around the areas that you operate on, and these patients are already on ECMO, and therefore their blood is completely thinned. So once you get the bleeding under control, which usually takes 12 to 24 hours, they have immediate improvement in their kidney function, their liver function. All their organs start seeing normal blood pressure and normal blood flow, which is really essential for them to survive. Technology has been in place in the 80s, in the late 80s, in Germany and in Europe, and since then I think there have been several hundred, if not 1,000, implanted worldwide. So there have been a lot of devices implanted worldwide. Berlin heart was first implanted, I think, in 2000 in the United States, and following then there's been a study, an investigational device exemption study, where they had 17 heart transplant centers enroll patients. And the results of that study, which had 40-odd patients enrolled, were recently reviewed by the FDA, and that's what led to the approval in December, on the 16th of December.
Now, Morgan is just one story. Every family here has a story. Every family here is going through something traumatic that they probably never thought that they would have to go through. And I'm praying for those other families that they're getting the help and the support and the love to get through the hard times.